broadcast high school athletics
online
from Portland's West Side.
We are West Side Mobile Media,
Banks, Oregon.
Good evening and welcome to Banks High School, where tonight the 3A Yamhill-Carlton Tigers come into tonight's game at Banks High School against the Banks Braves. Yamhill-Carlton with a tough start to the season, but have since won 5 of 6 and are now 5-8 overall. But despite their record well below 500, currently sitting only in second place in the Pac-West Conference as their league gets ready to start likely next week. Banks Braves will have one more game, actually two more games, just one more game after tonight for non-league, as they will be at Hood River Valley on Tuesday, again that weather permitting, with the issues they've had at I-84 east of Portland over the last couple of weeks with snow, ice, and now mudslides. Banks Lady Braves will have two more games before they start league play the following week, as they'll also be at Hood River Valley Tuesday night, and then Wednesday we'll head to St. Helens. This likely our final broadcast before league play starts a week from Wednesday here at home against Astoria. Joining me as always is Jonathan Lee. Jonathan?
Well, it's good to be here on this Saturday afternoon. It's kind of a weird feeling playing on a Saturday. I mean, it's great to play on a Saturday, but playing a Saturday afternoon game feels like it's like a college kind of an atmosphere, but pretty good crowd here. A lot of them wearing beaver orange and black, made the trip over from Yamhill-Carlton to watch their boys take on the Banks Braves. But, yeah, like you mentioned, Yamhill-Carlton got off to kind of an inauspicious start to their season, losing their first 7 games, but they seem to have found their clicking point a little bit and found their way a little bit, as they've won 5 of their last 7 to get to a 5-8 mark, including 3 of their last 4. So they've got a little bit of size. Banks looks like the post players again. If they can find their, the bigs inside, and Cooper Goebel gets on, and you can find Charlie White and Michael Vereen, I think they could have some way inside. But, don't mess with these country boys from Yamhill-Carlton. They're going to come to play, and they've found some things out. And they're looking, coming from the 3A, they want to make some noise and beat the bigger 4A school. Banks is the hunted in this game for sure. It's Yamhill-Carlton who wants to slay to be David and get out the rock and slay the big giant.
Well, anytime you talk about Yamhill-Carlton basketball, there's one name that comes to mind, and she was a history maker, becoming the first female to coach a high school boys basketball team in the state of Oregon. That, of course, Heather Seeley-Roberts, who after great young head coach led the Tigers to the 3A state championship last year in upset fashion over Cascade Christian of Medford. She's gone. She took her 2 twin boys with her, and she is now the head coach at 6A Lincoln and is continuing her success with the Cardinal in the PIL League, but not quite the same team without her at the helm for the Tigers.
Yeah, certainly big shoes for Martin McLaughlin to fill, as he's the head coach for Yamhill-Carlton. Big shoes to fill, and quite frankly, he's never going to fill those shoes. It's certain to quote a line from the movie Remember the Titans. You cannot replace a Heather Seeley-Roberts, but they are trying to do their best to get back to the success that Yamhill-Carlton has had over the years. I mean, you're talking about a Tiger basketball team that has been successful in men's basketball, boys basketball throughout the years. I mean, I remember, when I was a senior back in high school in 1991 at Cottage Grove, we played Yamhill-Carlton in the state tournament. They're a very good team. We beat them, obviously. We're 25-0 and state champions. But Yamhill-Carlton gave us a battle. I mean, they've historically been a very tough boys basketball team. So, they're not going to go quietly tonight. They're not going to lay over and die. So Banks has got to be ready for a fight tonight.
And one thing I know we want to talk about in the pregame, we mentioned last night, these two teams will they normally face each other every year in non-league. They used to face each other in the Coapa League prior to our start broadcasting games here, but they're going to see each other for league again next year as Banks is going to drop down to 3A. Banks has lost about 100 students over the COVID period, likely to homeschooling. Talk about that a little bit.
Well, yeah, and there's a lot of schools that actually are dropping an ADM. That's average daily membership. So, Banks is not alone. It's not like, we don't want to single out Banks and saying they're losing. A lot of schools throughout, for this and that reason, sometimes disclosed, sometimes undisclosed. But, it does affect, and, it's going to go down. And I think, it's still going to be a competitive league. There's still some good teams down there, particularly for football. You're looking at Warrenton in the football league down there. But in basketball, yeah, it's going to, reunite some powers in there. We talked about it last night with the girls. Banks and Yamhill-Carlton used to playing in the same league, and now they're going to be in the same league again. It was the Coapa, years ago, but now it's going to be in the new Coastal Rivers League that they'll be joining. So, but it's going to be a good league, I think, and it'll be a strong league. But, Banks should contend for the league title in the next 4 years for sure.
Well, I don't like the travel in that league, but one of the things I do like is it's going to be a lot bigger league, more teams involved. I think 7 or 8 teams, which is going to make it better from a league standpoint for football, but probably not a whole lot of non-conference games with just a 9-week regular season. May not even have any non-league games at all starting next year for football, but I would expect as we look ahead to next fall, Banks, Yamhill-Carlton, Rainier, and Warrenton to be the top 4 contenders out of that league for the Coastal Rivers League next year for football.
Well, and there is some natural. You mentioned, maybe not have any, non-league games for football, but of course you're going to have them for basketball. And I would expect to see, some matchups. I would say there's some matchups right now for Banks, even in football. They're just matchups that are can't miss matchups. You have to have them on the schedule, and number one that comes to mind is Valley Catholic is one of them. I don't think that's going to go away anytime soon. You're going to see Banks Valley Catholic and Banks Seaside. There's a lot of history in that to football and, of course, baseball and basketball, particularly for football. I don't think I think that you will not see Banks and Seaside on their schedules for football.
And it could be, too, with an 8-team league where they split it in half and do a north-south or east-west, like they do a lot of larger leagues at the 1A level that would open up some non-league contests against former rivals like Seaside and Valley Catholic dropping down to 3A next year. We'll go ahead and take a 2-minute break, and when we come back, we'll look at the rosters for both teams and have the starters for you in just a little while. You're listening to Banks Braves boys basketball presented by Jason Bond Remodeling, as tonight the Banks Braves get ready to host the Yamhill-Carlton Tigers.
Thinking about updating your kitchen or bath? James Bond Remodeling has over 20 years experience fabricating and installing stone countertops and can upgrade your home with the countertops of your dreams without the dreamy price tag. They pride themselves on quality and customer satisfaction. They offer stone countertop fabrication and installation and cabinet installation services. They'll do their best to beat any bid by 10%. Based locally in Washington County, they'll do jobs in most Portland metro locations. Call 503-753-9993 or email jasonbondremodeling@gmail.com. Jason Bond Remodeling, Oregon CCV number 227733.
Jim's Market in Banks is an institution serving the community for generations. They're actively involved in events and athletics from the youth league to high school level. Let them serve you with their locally grown fresh produce, fresh bakery items, including custom cakes, and quick hot food from their in-store deli. Jim's Market, conveniently located at the south entrance to Banks.
Thinking about buying or selling a home? Sarah Hesselman, Realtor with Keller Williams Realty, will help you with your real estate needs. Call 503-313-0748 or email Sarah at sarahhesselman.com. Serving your community daily and proud to support the starting lineup of your Banks Braves. Sarah Hesselman, Realtor with Keller Williams Realty. Call 503-313-0748.
Rankings are important numbers in determining Oregon high school playoffs. So are rankings when choosing a lender to help you with purchasing or refinancing your home. Our local community home loan expert, Christy Van Meter at Caliber Home Loans, is ready to help you win the day. Call Christy today for all of your home loan needs at 503-327-5302 or caliberhomeloans.com/kvanmeter. Christy Van Meter, NMLS number 1700271, state licensed in Oregon, an equal housing lender. All products are subject to credit and property approval.
And we're back, just about 5 minutes to go before tip-off tonight at Banks High School between the 8-3 Banks Braves, winners of 6 out of 7, and the Yamhill-Carlton Tigers, winners of 5 out of 6. Yamhill-Carlton, as we mentioned at the start, lost their first 6 games or so. Banks started the season 2-2, but have kind of gotten off to a hot start since then. Their only loss during that time came just a 5-point loss to top-ranked Junction City at the Sisters Tournament, and that includes an 11-point win over then number 5 North Marion here at home, 61-50 on Wednesday night. But despite a win over a top 10 team, Jonathan, still not a lot of movement in the rankings, still 1 spot below the top 10.
Well, you're not. You're going to be looking at the RPI rankings there, and it's a lot of that goes into the factor. It's a lot of history that goes into there. It's like the history of how strong the school has been traditionally in basketball. How they've done win and loss, and then of course the opponents winning and win-loss percentage. So and valuing that. So it's just really kind of shot in the dark a trend right there. But you make no mistake. And then of course when you're coming into a matchup like this where you got a 4A school against a 3A school, kind of hard to compare those notes because they're in difference. Like you got Yamhill-Carlton. I think they're really being penalized right now because they did start the season with 7 straight losses. They're still kind of low. They're 31 of 34 3A schools. Banks, however, is they were in. They're right about in the top 10 as well. But that's why I like to look at the coaches' polls, gauging that success. And neither of these schools come into the coaches' poll for 4A or 3A. But as of late, you look at what they're doing as of late. They're kind of putting it together. Banks winning 5 of the last 6. Their only loss coming to 4th-ranked Junction City at the sister tournament. That was by 4 points. So a game that could have gone either way. And I'm sure it's a game that Coach Patrick Marlia and the Banks Braves would love to have back. And I'm sure they're eager to the next chance when they can play Junction City again and get that redemption a little bit. But Yamhill-Carlton also kind of on a little bit of a hot string. Seemed to, as we mentioned at the outset of this broadcast, or I mentioned at the outset of this broadcast, Yamhill-Carlton's kind of find their way a little bit after losing 7 straight. They've won 5 of the last 7, so to get them to a 5-8 record. So they're on the up and up, and it's only going to get tougher for them because as they start league play next Tuesday, they're playing at Willamina, who's traditionally a strong team in basketball. So they've got their hands full. So make no mistake, they're gonna be using this as a good tune-up to get ready for Willamina on Tuesday.
Want to go over the WANA Credit Union scoreboard quickly. We have a huge matchup on the girls' side as well as Banks is at number 3 Gladstone tonight. But we do actually have a couple of finals from Jonathan. We have
from the it's the Skyline crossover that's going on. That's probably the biggest thing that's going on in the 4A right now. Marshfield, who's in the top 5, they just breezed by Klamath Union 76-46. Cottage Grove, they beat Phoenix. My alma mater, go Lions, 65-55 over the Phoenix Pirates. That's not the Phoenix Suns. No, they didn't play the NBA. Also, Marist defeating Hidden Valley today at the Skyline crossover. That was at Hidden Valley High School. The Spartans win 61-44. And looks like Cottage Grove also took care of North Valley earlier today, winning 58-29. That was at North Valley High School in the Skyline crossover. Also another score in 4A, a non-league game. LeGrand just embarrassed Madras 70-44. Another game going on later tonight at 7:30. Astoria and Klatskanai was scheduled for tonight, but that game has been canceled. Trevor?
So just under a minute now before we have the introductions courtside for tonight's starting lineups. Quickly get you the rosters for both teams. First for visiting Yamhill-Carlton, number 3, Kyle Slater. Number 5, Jacob McGahee. Number 11, Graydon Martin. Number 13, Jacob Preston. Number 15, Dylan Corrigan. Number 20, Luke Brewer. Number 22, Caden Raver. Number 23, an experienced member of this team, Tiger Ryman. Back to Heather Roberts' days. 24, Robert Levi Hodge. Number 32, Broden Tuning. Number 34, James Brewer. And number 35, James Davis. For the Banks Braves, number 2, Wyatt Selleck. Number 3, Ben Mayo. Number 4, Caden Peterson. Number 5, Cooper Goebel, the leading scorer for this team. Number 10, Nick Vidmantis. Number 12, Carl Carlson. Number 21, Billy Harris. Number 22, Grayson Voss. Number 24, Charlie White. Number 32, Michael Vereen. And number 35, Ian Bodine. Jonathan Lee has our likely starters for tonight.
The starters for tonight for Yamhill-Carlton is Kyle Slater alongside Jacob McGahee, Dylan Corrigan, also Ryman is starting, and Broden Tuning, who is a senior. Tiger Ryman, a senior as well. The normal 5 starters for Banks, it's Selleck, Mayo, Cooper Goebel, Charlie White, and Michael Vereen.
Yamhill-Carlton will be in their road orange uniforms with black tigers across the shoulder blades. On the back of the jersey, black numerals with white trim, black and white stripes down the sides of the torso. Yamhill on the top of the front of the jersey, Carlton on the bottom in arced pattern with black numerals with white trim. Banks will again be in their home. White uniforms with navy blue numerals and Vegas gold trim.
Yeah, we were discussing this with their numbers of Yamhill-Carlton. It looks a little bit more bolder now, but their warm-up tops, or at least on the back, their numbers kind of have the little cursive, kind of like a number like Jerry Green from the Oregon Ducks from the days back, the Jerry Green era of Oregon men's basketball.
Kind of looks like something you'd expect to see out of the 1800s Old West.
Looking for Ben Mayo to find his shot tonight for the Banks Braves. He kind of was in a little bit of funk the last time out, but a couple games ago that we did, we saw Mayo really stroke it from the outside.
One moment for tonight's national anthem, and then following that, we'll have tonight's tip-off. And Brave starters are ready for tonight's tip-off. Yamhill-Carlton is still yet to break from their bench. Cooper Goebel will jump it up for the Braves.
Looks like we got a good experienced officiating crew tonight. 3-man crew, referee and the 2 umpires.
Cooper will jump it up against number 23, Tiger Ryman. And the tip is won by the Braves, moving right to left as you look at your listening device. Selleck with the basketball, brings it right wing. Cooper Goebel right baseline corner, looking to go inside, gets it cross court to Selleck left baseline. Out on top to Goebel, wide open top of the circle 3, canned it, and that's a good start for Cooper Goebel, who had a rough couple of last games.
Great start for Cooper. You love to see that.
3-0 Braves early. We have a turnover the other way. Ahead to Cooper from Mayo, and he lays it over the top, 5-0. Cooper Goebel with all 5 points for the Braves. Played just 30 seconds in. Braves already have 2 field goals. Tigers with the basketball. McGahee near side on north side of the court. Right baseline corner to Martin, out on top. Tiger Ryman around the perimeter 2. Broden Tuning drives to the basket, throws it up wildly off the right low block. No good. Rebound Cooper Goebel, brings it up himself, leaves it for Michael Vereen, lays it up with the reverse and in, and it's 7-0.
Nice little,
just over a minute.
Nice little run out right there, and nice 2-man game between Cooper Goebel and Michael Vereen, running in stride, using their teamwork from the football field right to the basketball field.
Slater has it poked away by Mayo, but McGahee comes to get it. Out on top to Tuning, drives high post, free throw line, right corner 3 from Kyle Slater, canned it. First field goal of the game for the Tigers, cuts the lead to 7-3 for the Braves. Played just over 90 seconds. Mayo drives right baseline, in amongst the Timbers, and head fakes and cans it with a 4-footer right in front of the rim, and it's 9-3. Carlton back with the basketball. Charlie White to Selleck on the inbound. Mayo will bring it across midcourt. No sound. Oh. Timeout, Yamhill-Carlton, 5:50 to go in the first quarter. Banks 12, Tigers 3. We'll take a 30-second break and be back in just a moment.
You could save hundreds of dollars by moving another loan over to Wana Credit Union. Receive cash or make no payments for 90 days. Get started by visiting wana.fcu.org. Terms and conditions apply. Federally insured by the NCUA.
5:50 to go following the Tigers' 30-second timeout. McGahee poked away, stolen by Mayo. All the way to the basket, lays it up and in. No, but the putback is good by Cooper Goebel. Counted, and he's fouled. Late whistle, and Cooper Goebel a chance at a three-point play the old-fashioned way. Free throws in and out, no good. Cooper with 8, and it's 14-3. And pass along the far side is tipped out of bounds by Cooper Goebel into the student section. Inbounding for the Tigers will be Broden Tuning. And from the student section, gets it out to McGahee out near midcourt. Slater drives just inside the right wing, and it's good for 3 from Jacob Preston, and it's 14-6. Cooper drives inside, spin move off Slides off the front of the rim, and it's no good. Tigers back the other way. Slater pulls up right wing, now drives baseline, will bring it back out to Preston. Right wing to McGahee. Pass along the end line is going to be knocked off the knee of Kyle Slater by Cooper Goble, and it's out of bounds. It will stay with the Tigers.
It's a great pass by Jacob Preston inside as he was going up for the lay-in, and he lost his balance, and so it just kind of alertly found the outlet.
Slater inbounds way out on top. Tigers with the basketball, tuning. High post out to Tiger Ryman for three, and that's good.
3-3 so far out of the gate for Yamhill-Carlton. We saw that last night with the girls team. They love to shoot the three.
14-9, 4:40 to go first quarter. Looks like we may have a high-scoring affair. Michael Vereen spins left of the key, back out on top to Mayo for three. That's good.
And I called that in the early going. I said looking for Ben Mayo to have a hot start with the three-pointer.
Tigers back with it, trailing 17-9. Tuning brings the ball top of the circle, finds Preston, won't take the right baseline three. Pressured by Cooper, and on nearly a 5-second count, gets it to McGahee, jumper right inside the free throw line, and that's the first 2-point field goal for the Tigers tonight. They trail 17-11. Graves with the basketball. Selleck brings it right side to Cooper baseline in the corner. Inside to Charlie White. Throws it up off the glass and gets it to go. It's 19-11.
Just throw it anywhere where Charlie White can go up and get it, and he's going to do it, and he's going to drop it down.
And back the other way, Yamhill-Carlton's going to be at the line, as I think it was Kyle Slater driving his way inside all the way amongst the tall trees, and the much shorter guard is going to go to the line to shoot two. First free throw is short off the front of the rim, no good.
First.
Yeah, I'm sure she said that.
That's the kind of bounce on the second. Tigers are 1 of 2 from the line. 19-12, Braves a 7-point lead. 3:35 to go in the first quarter. Cooper slowly brings it up near side. Now, near dangerous pass. Gets it to Selleck. They'll leave it to Mayo, right corner three. That's good.
Ben Mayo is feeling it. He's got the stroke tonight, and that's a good sign for the Banks Braves.
22-12, still over 3 minutes to go in the first quarter, and a wide open three from Broden Tuning the other way. Cuts it back to 7 at 22-15. Braves back the other way. Selleck hands to Mayo. Will take an NBA range three this time, and he canned that one.
When you're hot, and they ain't stopping it. That's 3 straight threes for Ben Mayo right now.
It's back to another 10-point lead for the Braves. Slater drives inside, nearly lost it, and we're going to have a jump ball. Possession will stay with the Tigers, but love the defensive intensity that time from the Braves with 2:49 to go in a 25-15 lead. Michael Vereen will come out. He'll be replaced by Billy Harris. Preston will inbound next to the Braves bench. In for the Tigers, number 22, Caden Raver will replace Preston, so Raver will inbound. To Slater. Stutter step dribble, thought he may have thought about a top of the circle three, but driving inside, throwing up a wild shot was Tuning. Rebound comes down to the Tigers, though, over to McGahee for the easy layup.
Little cherry picking going on by McGahee that time.
Back the other way, Braves quickly. Selleck to Billy Harris, drives inside in the key. Too hard, no. Rebound tipped around and controlled. Long rebound out to Tuning. Tigers quickly far side. Tuning leaves it for Tiger Ryman for three, and that will put the Tigers now within 5 at 25-20.
Straight on from the left corner. Good shot, good looking shot there by Ryman.
Back inside, Cooper Goble. We're going to have a travel. Oh! Close. Looked like it may have been an offensive foul. Thought it may have been a travel, but they're going to say no shot. Foul on Tuning, I believe. Broden Tuning for the Tigers. And Cooper Goble fouled. Selleck will inbound to Charlie White. Goble left wing. Selleck in the corner. Drives back out to Cooper. Left wing three.
It's good.
just a little bit too hard. Rebound loose and controlled by Jacob McGahee, but stolen by Mayo. Lays it up and in on the reverse.
Well, that was a slick reverse lay-in by Ben Mayo that time.
We have a 30-second timeout called by the Braves. We'll take one as well to get a quick break in. 1:44 to go. Very entertaining and offensive first quarter. It's Banks 27 and Yamhill-Carlton 20.
Proudly serving our neighbors in Washington County since 1946, LaHaye's is your destination for locally made Letterman's jackets, custom embroidery for business apparel or a unique gift, and scouting uniforms and supplies. LaHaye's is on the corner of 3rd and Main in historic downtown Hillsborough. Open Wednesday through Friday, 10 to 6, Saturday, 10 to 4, and anytime online at lahayes.com or call us at 503-648-2341.
And we're back following the Braves' 30-second timeout. Tuning to inbound in the backcourt. No pressure from the Braves. Kyle Slater will bring it across the Golden Arrowhead at midcourt. Sets it up near the cross-court, near the half-court line. Gets a screen from Ryman. McGahee right corner against Mayo. Drives inside, jumper right. The key has a shot blocked by Mayo. And Sella comes away with the board. Goebel ahead to Charlie White. A little too far underneath, flips it up, counted, and he's fouled. Beautiful continuation that time from Charlie White. Got the kind roll off the front of the rim and the reverse. And the Braves about to go back up double digits. And back in for the Tigers, number 13, Jacob Preston, as Tiger Ryman will have to sit with his second foul. The free throw is no good, though. Loose ball rebound is going to go back to the Tigers. Billy Harris snuck in there, but couldn't rip it away from Preston, and Braves with a 9-point lead, 29-20. Now Slater to McGahee right wing. Pass, but able to get away with it inside to Tuning. Back out to Tuning right wing. Drives, spins against Goebel. Has his pass tipped by Mayo, but gets it to McGahee. Back out to Tuning right wing. Brings the ball opposite side to Preston. Preston hands to McGahee, top of the circle. Right wing to Tuning. Drives inside all the way to the basket. Lays it up and in. Between a couple of defenders, Goebel and Mayo were both there, but now we see a little token pressure from the Tigers in the backcourt. 29-22 Braves. Back the other way. Goebel drives, lays it up and in. 31-22. Tigers back with the basketball. 30 seconds for the first quarter. 31-22 lead for the Braves. McGahee. Looks like Tigers may want to hold for a final shot. Slater will bring it back out. Gets a screen. Drives inside. Got away with the travel. They're going to call a jump ball. And possession will go back to the Braves with 17 seconds left. And now we see Ian Bodine in for the first time tonight.
Ian Bodine was a spark in the game on Wednesday night for the Banks Braves when they needed it. And we'll see if he's that spark plug again tonight.
Cooper walks it up. Braves will hold for a final shot. Under 10 on the timer. Slow dribble against Tuning. Wants to break him down and traveled.
Yeah, good idea, and that's unfortunate too because the ball went through the bottom of the net, and that would have been 2 for 2 on 3-point lines for Cooper. But yeah, he took that extra step in there, and that was an easy call for the officials to make.
2 seconds for the Tigers to get a shot off, and nice effort from Kyle Slater, just a little bit off to the right and off the back rim. But after 1 quarter of play, very high scoring, very entertaining first quarter. It's Banks 31, Yamhill-Carlton 22. We'll be back in 1 minute.
At American Family Insurance, protecting farms is at the heart of what we do. After all, it's where we got our start more than 90 years ago. We understand it's more than a farm, it's your life. And that's why we offer customizable policies that protect what you've worked for. Let's build the policy your farm deserves.
Call American Family Agent Terry Powell in Gaston, 503-521-8842.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
American Family Insurance.
Banks Post newspaper is the official news provider of West Side's greatest hits. Listen hourly for West Side news from the Banks Post newsroom. Banks Post newspaper covers Banks, Manning, Buxton, Roy, and surrounding western Washington County communities. If you'd like more information on the Banks Post or want to pick up a copy, visit a local business today. You can also visit their website at bankspost.com or their Facebook page, Banks Post. And we're back to the start of the second quarter. Banks a 31-22 lead over Yamhill-Carlton. Tigers with the basketball. Raver on top to Tooney. McGahee, right side top of the circle, drives against Bodine. Out to Jacob Preston. On top to Raver. Gives it to Slater on top against Mayo. Drives left to the key. Lost the handle. Stolen by Ian Bodine. He's got a break all by himself. Lays it up and in. 33-22. Braves now up 11, their largest lead of the game.
Very nice run out that time by Ian Bodine with his steal. Got all the way and checked himself and kept his composure and went in for the deuce.
Early second quarter. Played just about a minute. Braves an 11-point lead. Tooney. Nearly trapped left wing around the perimeter to McGahee near side. Against Bodine, behind the back dribble, nearly lost it again. And pulls up free throw line, has it poked away by Mayo, but gets it out to Slater near midcourt. Right wing bad pass nearly into the Braves bench, but Tooney able to control. Preston, left wing to Slater, drives left baseline, out. Slater gets it back from McGahee, actually, and drives inside, throws it up off the backboard, front of the rim, no good. Charlie White the board, and ahead to Mayo. Near side, nice pass to Cooper Goebel for the two-hand stuff. Timeout. Oh, we're gonna have another technical foul. Yep. Oh, I don't like that call.
You know, I was looking at the huddle from the other night, the video on Cooper's dunk there as well. And I looked at that huddle, video like 3 or 4 different times of the dunk. I did not see anything malicious, and I didn't see anything there either. I think that's just the OSAA telling the officials, hey, they can't have fun. They can't have any fun. Take away the fun, because that's what it did. It just took away the fun and no momentum.
Well, I'm also official first year, though, and learning some stuff about officiating a lot different than playing the game. Ooh, that's Jonathan. The basketball support came unlatched, and so we're going to have an official's timeout as the basket on the east end of the court is put back and locked in place.
Yeah, and Coach Marlia is also expressing his disbelief with that too. It's actually to a point where it's ridiculous.
35-22, technical foul called against Cooper Goebel after his
the no fun rule.
Two-hand stuff. He's had 2 dunks in the last 3 games, and each one has been called called a technical. Tigers with the basketball, trailing by 13. Tooney brings the ball top of the circle, now drives inside. It's going to go through the hands, but saved, but right to the Braves. Charlie White drives inside to Ian Bodine, lays it up and in. Ian Bodine able to use some upper body strength on the catch for the layup off the right low block. Back the other way. Slater for 3, no. Rebound loose on the floor. I think we're going to have a jump ball in possession. We'll go back to the Braves. Grayson Voss in for the first time also for Banks. 5:49 to go in the first half. Banks with a 15-point lead, 37-22.
We played almost 3 minutes of this second quarter, and Yamhill-Carlton still without a single point.
Grayson Voss to Charlie White, right side top of the circle. Harris, one dribble, back to Voss, right side to Mayo. Put the ball around the perimeter. Bodine inside to Charlie White, and Nice ball movement, but we're going to get a foul inside on the pass to Charlie White. Non-shooting, just the 4th team foul on the Tigers.
Yeah, Raver was sort of giving Charlie a little bear hug inside there. Charlie's a lovable guy, so, who wouldn't want to give him a hug around there, but that's basically had his arms right around his waist.
And inbound pass is stolen by McGahee. Back the other way quickly, far side to Tuning. Ryman, left baseline corner, brings the ball up. Wing, now cross-court pass coming up on top to get it as Slater drives into the key, fade away, too hard off the side of the rim, rebound Charlie White.
Great hustle by Charlie, staying with it all the way and getting right in there, just ripping that rebound right away from the Tiger.
Finds Bodine in the backcourt, Mayo drives inside, lays it up, gets bumped on the drive, no foul, but makes the layup, and this one's starting to get out of hand again.
15 points for Ben Mayo now.
39-22. 3 from Preston, barely gets the bottom of the backboard, nothing else. Charlie White ahead to Grayson Voss, nearly got it to go off the side of the rim. Charlie White gets the board, throws it back up, no, rebound, gets his own among 3 or 4 guys, no good. Rebound Grayson Voss, Bodine jumper right to the key, that's good.
Can it, 6 points for Bodine, and just a beautiful stroke that time. Set it up well and right there for 2.
Beautiful job also of offensive rebounding that possession for the Braves, and they're up 19, 41-22 after this game was close in the first quarter. Slater, right side, top of the circle, and as expected, we have a timeout. Yamhill-Carlton, full timeout, 4:21 to go in the first half.
A 10-0 run for the Braves right now over the last 3+ minutes of this second quarter.
We'll take a 1-minute timeout and be back after this from Andy McNabb, Allstate.
Andy McNabb Allstate in North Plains is your local Allstate agent. Located at 10120 Northwest Glencoe, across from Subway. She has 20 years of Allstate experience providing auto, home, renters, life, and other insurance products. Get a quote and receive a $10 gift card. Andy McNabb Allstate. Call 503-433-5030. That's 503-433-5030.
In times of financial uncertainty, how can you stay on track? Call on someone who's invested in your success. I'm Chris Recheck, your Forest Grove Edward Jones financial advisor. At Edward Jones, we believe in building a complete picture of your financial life, including your goals and passions, so we can help you work toward achieving what's most important to you. Call me at 503-359-4092 or visit edwardjones.com to get started today. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
And we're back, 4:20 to go in the first half. Braves on a 10-0 run with a 19-point lead, 41-22. McGahee, right wing for the Tigers, gives it to Slater against Mayo. Top of the circle, lost the handle, stolen by Grayson Voss, drives one-on-one all the way to the basket, lays it up and in.
Ain't nobody was going to stop Grayson Voss as he went coast to coast for the lay-in.
Grayson with his first field goal off the bench, 43-22. Slater drives all the way to the basket, and no basket, but he will be at the line to shoot 2. That will be on Selleck, his second.
Yeah, they're going to get Selleck on that, but I saw Billy Harris was in on there. I guess Selleck must have been on the backside.
Just the 3rd team foul for the Braves as Slater rings in the first.
He's 1 for 2 from the free throw line now.
First point of the second quarter for the Tigers comes just beyond the halfway point with 3:50 to go in the first half. Second free throw is also clean, 43-24. Back to a 19-point lead for the Braves, who want to started to go quickly. Now we'll slow it up as they bring it across the timeline. Selleck has to be careful now with 2 fouls. Caden Peterson now in the game as well. Selleck, right wing. Near side to Peterson, Vereen left corner. Bounce pass inside to Grayson Voss, jumper, a little too hard off the back rim, rebound Tigers, and we're going to get a loose ball foul in the backcourt on Grayson Voss, I believe. I heard the slap from up here, and double twos, that's Grayson Voss. 3:22 to go first half, Banks a 43-24 lead. High dribble from Slater against Selleck. Dylan Corrigan now in the game with the basketball. to McGahee out near midcourt. Right wing to Raver. One dribble against Bodine, comes back left, spins right, goes down low, 2. Tiger Ryman lost the handle, Braves with the basketball. Selleck ahead to Bodine, takes it himself and amongst the crowd. Oh, they're gonna call it, ooh. I thought there was continuation, they're gonna say no shot. When I heard the whistle, I thought, well, the only other thing it could be is a travel. They're gonna call the foul, but they're gonna say no shot, and Caden Peterson will inbound left to the basket.
That's unfortunate. It was a great play, great move by Ian Bodine, but got robbed there again.
Peterson will inbound to Voss. Selleck, right wing 2. Number 10, Nick Vidmantis into the game for the first time in a couple of contests. And back out to Vidmantis for 3. That's off the back rim. No. Rebound. Selleck lays it up and in.
Nice job by Wyatt Selleck to just stay with that ball and get his first 2 of the game.
45-24, 2.5 minutes to go in the first half. Ryman on top right side to McGahee. Brings the ball free throw line. Now to Tuning right wing between the leg dribble. Drives free throw line. Back out to Corrigan. Won't take the NBA 3. On top to Tuning. Drives against Selleck. Got away with a push off and
great block by Selleck.
Yeah, Selleck says that doesn't matter. I'll just take it anyway. And no chance on that one on the block from Wyatt Selleck. Peterson with the basketball left wing. On top to Selleck. Right side, way out far side. Back to Peterson. Under 2 minutes. Vereen back to Selleck. Wide open for a moment, but won't take the 3. Peterson drives right side. Tries to go up amongst much taller players, and it's going to be out of bounds off of Caden Peterson as he dives to the floor along the end line to our left, and it's going to go back to the Tigers.
That's a 50-50 ball right there because they were both kind of around the ball, and it was out of line. It's like, all right, who touched it? Who? 50-50 chance there.
Tuning with it out near midcourt. McGahee drives against Peterson. That's a screen from Ryman. Corrigan, right side to Preston, inside to Tuning. Tiger Ryman lost the handle, taken back by the Braves. So
great defense by Michael Vereen, just putting his hands up there and not letting.
Head to Peterson, 3 from Selleck, rims out, no good. Gets his own loose rebound, though. Rebound tipped around, and we're going to have a blocking foul on the Tigers. Tiger Ryman, a little slow to get up.
Yeah, Vereen, that last time down over here to finish that thought, he just threw his hands straight up in the air, just made himself as tall as he could be to take away the easy lay into the basket. So great, that turnover was all by Michael Vereen right there.
Into the game for the Braves. Luke Jackson look-alike Carl Carlson. We have a timeout, Banks, 30-second timeout. 1:09 to go in the first half. Banks 45, Tigers 24. We'll take a quick break as well and be back in just a moment.
Visit Main Street Pizza in Banks, located next to Jim's Market, for the best pizza in Washington County. From loaded hot baked subs to a Main Street special pizza piled high, we will satisfy your pizza cravings. We've been serving and supporting the Banks community since 1986. Open daily at 11 a.m. Call ahead now to place your order at 503-324-5858 or follow us on Facebook to see our daily lunch specials. Mention this radio ad and receive $2 off any Main Street pizza.
And we're back, 1:09 left in the first half, 45-24 Braves. Peterson to inbound right side. All the way out on top to Vidmantis. Comes to Voss. In the corner to Carlson. The hands to Peterson. Braves with all bench players in there now, except for Michael Vereen. And inside to Vereen. Gets the kind bounce off the front of the rim. Ugly looking shot, but
nice job.
Enough of the board.
Nice job by Michael again to post up there and make himself big and give the guards a good target.
And as the Tigers come into the front court near side, in front of the Braves bench, we have a Banks foul. First on number 12, Carl Carlson. Tuning will inbound against Voss, near side just below us. Gets it into number 20, Luke Brewer in for the first time for the Tigers. Gets it back to Tuning. And we're going to get a hand check, I think, or no, a reach on Grayson Voss.
Well, Trevor, as I was making the comment after the first quarter, there are not a lot of defense in that quarter. Banks has done a great job, a better job on defense here in the second quarter, limiting the Yamhill-Carlton to just 2 points thus far.
Those 2 free throws for Kyle Slater with just under 4 minutes to go in the half. Tuning again to inbound against Voss, a little bit further to the right this time, almost the same spot. Gets it into Raver, gets it back. Drives just inside the top of the circle. Now right of the key, can't go up. Got away with a 3-second count, something not called much anymore in high school boys basketball. Back the other way, drive inside from Tuning, no. Gets his own rebound, kicks it back out to Preston for 3, and he canned it. First field goal of the second quarter for the Tigers.
Comes with under 20 seconds to go.
47-27, under 15 seconds, likely the final shot of the first half. Vereen back out to Vidmantis, gets it back inside, double teamed, and we're going to have a jump ball. Possession will go back to the Tigers.
Yeah, that time Vereen did something you never want to do when you get the ball inside. You're always taught to keep the ball up high, and he brought it down low, and it allowed the defense to get a hand on it.
Slater gets it rolled into him, will drive all the way to the basket, and lays it up and in at the horn. It will count. Just the second field goal, though, for the Tigers in the second quarter.
Lickety Brindle down the middle. Maybe he'll get a Dairy Queen glass.
Tigers going a little run to end the first half, but still trail by 18. Banks outscoring the Tigers in the second quarter, 16-7. At the half, it's Banks 47, 3 a.m. Yamhill-Carlton 29. We'll take a 2-minute break and take a look at the first half and talk about how everything went down when we return.
Northside Rock Products in North Plains is where you can get gravel products directly from the quarry. They service contractors as well as homeowners. They can get rock straight from the quarry that's essential for paths, driveways, under concrete slabs and roads, as it packs and condenses well. Northside Rock Products offers a variety of quality crushed rock and fill material, as well as boulders and specialty rock. They offer trucks for hire for contractor work. Northside Rock Products can bring their mobile crusher to your jobs for on-site crushing and screening. Delivery is available. Get all you need at low winter rates. Northside Rock Products LLC on Northwest Dixie Mountain Road in North Plains. NorthsideRockProductsLLC.com.
North Plains Chamber of Commerce invites you to check out Oregon Coffee Roaster. Based in the Portland foothills, this wholesale roaster has decades of experience offering quality Arabica coffee and loose leaf tea to businesses. Whether you're a business customer interested in a bulk order of 10 pounds or more, or a residential customer interested in smaller quantities, contact them today for your coffee needs. Call 503-647-5102 or visit their website, OregonCoffee.com. Shannon Jennings of North Plains is your local independent insurance agent. Are you overpaying for insurance? She can partner with a vast range of insurance companies to provide you with the most competitive products and services. Whether it's your home, auto, commercial, or any other type of insurance, we take the time to learn about you, your family, and your business to find the best coverage to protect your unique needs. For quality insurance coverage at affordable prices, call 503-444-0566 or email Shannon at shannonjenningsinsurance.com.
Scoggins Creek Coffee is proud to offer delicious hot drinks and delectable breakfast items too. Visit their 2 locations in Gaston and Yamhill-Carlton. Open 7 days a week, Mondays through Saturdays until 5 and Sundays until 3. Make sure to ask about their weekly specials and visit their Facebook page. Scoggins Creek Coffee, 503-985-3483.
Halftime, Banks with an 18-point lead, outscoring the Tigers 16-7 in the second quarter for a 47-29 advantage. Just under 7 minutes before the start of the third quarter. Jonathan has a look at individual scoring.
Well, actually, I just wanted to say it's bring your heart. There in the second quarter, we talked a lot about the Braves really picking up the defensive intensity. It's kind of goes with the theme of the students tonight. Bring your hard hats and lunch pails and go to work on defense. And maybe the Banks. The Banks players are feeding off that energy coming from the student section. Yeah, you know what? Let's live up to that, and because they're doing that essentially in the second quarter. I mean, we noticed high scoring up and down first quarter, and then Banks really turned up the defense, and it's still putting up almost 50 points here at halftime are the Braves, but a lot of that on the transition part of their game. That defense into offense, and when you're playing good defense. I've actually heard a lot of great coaches say it. Your offense is only as good as your defense. Well, that's because it starts with defense, and if you're defending and you're creating turnovers, it'll lead to runouts, and that's exactly what we're seeing here in this second quarter, and allow that separation for the Braves. But they need to continue that. It's a full, Coach Jonathan Smith likes to say for college it's a 60-minute game. Well, here, it's a 32-minute game, and so you got to play for a full 32 minutes. I mean, you're only halfway through, and you got to continue with that same intensity and energy.
Banks in the first quarter was on a 100-point tempo. If they kept that same scoring throughout all four quarters, not quite as much in the second, but still
kind of. They're 3 points away from 50, so.
Yeah, and their highest point total so far this year was 81 in an overtime loss at Ontario against Baker, but in that game they did not have Cooper Goebel, so definitely well within striking reach to get to 100 points, or at least breaking that 81 point total high so far for the year, with 47 at halftime. We'll take another 2-minute break and continue to talk about things, maybe get you some other scores in just a moment when we return.
Specialty Screen Printing in Yamhill offers your business the creativity and expertise to print your logo on a variety of items. Owners Ken and Linda Johnson have 40 years of experience on industrial parts and every type of material, including ceramic tile. Their fast service can have your project done in less than a week. Visit their website, specialtyscreenprinting.com, to see for yourself how they can help you boost your company's marketing and industrial screen printing needs. Call 971-998-9274 or visit their website, specialtyscreenprinting.com.
North Plains Chamber of Commerce invites you to Tenante's Pizza and Subs. Try one of the many specialty pizzas like the Mama Supremo or a delicious torpedo sub sandwich. Mention Westside Greatest Hits and save 10% off your order. Tenante's Pizza and Subs at the corner of Glencoe and Pacific in North Plains. Open 11 to 8:30 Monday through Saturday and Sunday 3 to 8 for carry-out and delivery. Visit the website, Tenante'sPizzaAndSubs.com, or call 503-647-5761.
And we're back, just over 3 minutes to go in the halftime session. Banks with a 47-29 lead over the Tigers before we get ready to start the third quarter. Banks has won 5 out of their last 6. Yamhill-Carlton has won 5 out of their last 6 or 5 out of their last 7. Banks will have one more contest at Hood River Valley on Tuesday night before they start league play a week from Wednesday here at home against Astoria. That likely will be our next broadcast. Girls will have 2 more games, actually 3 more games counting tonight at Gladstone. That should be a good contest against the number 3 Gladiators. They'll also be at Hood River Valley on Tuesday, and then Wednesday travel to 5A St. Helens.
Gladstone's actually number 2 now, but moved up to number 2 with some losses. Cascade losing to number 1 Philomath and dropped to number 3. So, but we get some other scores to take a look at on the 4A Wanna Credit Union scoreboard. One just wrapped up just a little after we started this game, or a little bit started before we started our game. This game is now a final. It's in the Greater Oregon League. A final score: McLaughlin beating Ontario 48-10. 52-39. Some other 4A scores today, a lot of them, there's another non-league game, the only other non-league 4A game. LeGrand beating Madras, we told you about in pregame, 70-44. Of course, Astoria and Klatskanai were scheduled to play tonight at 7:30. However, that game has been canceled. Only other 4A action going on today is the Skyline Sky-M boys basketball crossover. Some scores there from earlier today. Klamath Union losing to Marshfield, getting trampled by Marshfield 76-46. Cottage Grove beat Phoenix 65-55. Marist over Hidden Valley 61-44. Cottage Grove also in the game at 3:30 beat North Valley 58-29. Also Junction City, the team that the only team in the last 4 or 5 games that has beaten Banks, the Junction City Tigers beat Henley, swatted the Henley Hornets 62-43. And that's about gets us all caught up on the Wanna Credit Union scoreboard.
Under a minute now to start the third quarter. Braves up 18-47-29 as the Braves will start the second half of the basketball. Taking a look at individual scoring. Preston with 9 to lead the Tigers. Mayo with 17 and Goebel with 13 to lead the Braves.
I guess you got to let the scoreboard clock run down all the way to 0. Oh, nope, they stopped it at 10. Now, there we go, 8 minutes on the board, and we're ready to play some basketball.
Same starters for both teams. Charlie White will inbound at midcourt to Mayo. Braves will move left to right to start the second half. Hands it to Goebel, coming on top. Right wing back to Mayo on a curl play, high bounce off the back rim. No rebound. Michael Vereen lays it up. No rebound. Tipped by Charlie White. No, gets his own board and gets some space back out to Goebel. Free throw line. Spin move. Lost the handle. Gets it back. Over to Mayo. Right corner. 3 is good.
Still got the stroke. Still hot. Ben Mayo feeling it tonight.
Good offensive possession to start the second half for the Braves after a couple of offensive rebounds and a 3-point field goal right wing from Mayo. On top, Slater drives, tuning left to the circle. High bounce off the back rim with the free throw line jumper. No good. And the rebound to the Braves. Vereen to Goebel in the backcourt. Brings it across himself. Finds Mayo again, right corner. Won't take the shot. Drives inside. On top to Selleck for 3, and that's good.
And he was wide open. If you're going to leave Ben Selleck that wide open, you deserve to have that one knocked down.
53-29. Braves with 6 straight points. And just over a minute here in the second quarter. Poked away and stolen by Vereen. Taken away from Tiger Ryman. Ahead to Charlie White. Beautiful pass to Cooper Goebel. Gets it back. Lays it up and in. The Braves have scored 8 points in a minute and 20 seconds. 55-29. And we have a whistle and a timeout, Tigers.
Yeah, Marcus McLaughlin is looking a little flustered over there. Flustered, frankincense, and a little frustrated, and he needed to take a timeout because he sensed this one, which is already out of hand, getting way out of hand.
55-29, 6:38 to go in the third quarter. We'll keep things here as Tigers call a timeout. Banks on an 8-0 run to start the second half in just 82 seconds. Tigers break the huddle. It will be their basketball in the backcourt, three-quarter court. Tuning will inbound to Slater in the backcourt. And sell it to Ryman. Corner 3, left side is good from Jacob Preston, and he's in double figures now with 12.
All 4 of his shots have been from the outside the arc.
55-32, Braves still a 23-point lead. 6:18 to go in the third quarter. Mayo to Vereen. Mayo cuts through. Vereen holds right corner baseline. Inside to Charlie White. Banks it home off the right glass. 57-32. Tigers back the other way quickly. Slater finds Tuning wide open. 3 is good. No good from the right side. And the rebound to the Braves. Selleck wanted to push, but Tigers are back. Now finds Goebel, right wing wide open, pulls up, and that's good. 60-32 Braves.
And another three-pointer, this time by Cooper Goebel.
Three the other way is blocked by Selleck. Goebel saves. Ahead to Selleck. Nobody's going to catch him all the way to the basket. Throws it up, and he's fouled. Well, I said nobody was going to catch him. Good job by the Tiger defender to get back, but actually made the situation worse by fouling him on the made layup, and the Braves are up 30. And he canned the free throw. 63-32, 5:35 to go in the third quarter. Braves still on close to 100-point tempo for the evening. Well,
the old-fashioned way, as they say.
Back the other way, Tuning, turnaround jumper, just inside, right of the key is good. 63-34, that will bring the lead back under 30. An 81-point high for the season, well in doubt at this point with this tempo in the second half. Selleck holds out near midcourt to Goebel, another three, and that's good again with pressure in his face. And
boy, and if you've been following Cooper Goebel this week, you know he really deserves this tonight.
66-34, and bad pass stolen. McGahee tried to kick it out amongst pressure, and it's stolen by Selleck. Into the front court to Charlie White, pass tipped. Should have been an easy steal. Charlie White will take it himself after he regathers and drives it in, and now the Braves are doubling up on the Tigers.
Give Charlie White an assist and a bucket on that one. He assisted it to himself.
Tuning on top, drives, now cut off, wants to take Charlie White. Got away with the travel, threw up a wild shot that got nothing but the bottom of the rim, and nearly stolen by Tuning, but Selleck gets it into the front court far side. Over to Mayo, left corner, three is almost good, and it's going to be tipped out of bounds by Charlie White. It's going to go back to the Tigers, but very fun game to watch tonight. Braves impressive both sides of the basketball, doubling up the Tigers with 4:18 to go in the third.
That was a heat check by Ben Mayo that time, and just kind of, yep, he's still normal.
Slater will slowly bring it across. Way out on top against Selleck, gets a screen from Ryman. Brings the ball right side, low block, and we're going to get a reach-in foul on either Charlie White or Selleck. It will be on Charlie White, just the first team foul of the second half, and just Charlie's first.
Only the second foul of the quarter.
Slater all the way out on top to Luke Brewer now in the game. Right side to Tuning, won't take the three, now hit fakes, does take the three.
Traveled.
Throws it up, no, and he traveled. I think he was hoping for the foul, but turnover's going to give the ball back to the Braves.
Yeah, he couldn't decide which pivot foot he wanted to establish that time, and you can't do that.
White inbounds to Goebel.
You got to pick one and stick with it.
Selleck. Goebel, left wing. Charlie White to the baseline corner. Selleck, left wing in front of the student section. Back out to Goebel, right wing three. Just a little bit short, but Charlie White the rebound.
Charlie White's been everywhere around the board.
Lays it over the top from the left low block, 70-34. Still 3.5 minutes to go in the third. Back the other way, Tigers with the basketball. Slater, but on top two. Tiger Ryman for three, no. Charlie White the board.
Another rebound for Charlie White.
Charlie White's in double-double territory. Cooper Goebel slowly walks it up near side. Hands to Selleck. Back to Cooper, right wing. Charlie right baseline corner, inside to Michael Vereen. His jumper is off the backboard front of the rim, no good. Rebound to Tuning. Tigers want to push. Slater has to pull up, back out to Tuning for three. That's over and off, no good. Rebound Cooper Goebel. Braves want to push, but Tigers are back. Cooper takes it all the way to the basket, lays it up and in.
Cooper says, I don't care if you get back. I'm just going to take it right around you and score it.
72-34. Slater front court gets a screen. Loose ball, able to somehow gather control behind the back flip pass. Somehow gets it to Brewer in the right corner. And Tuning wants to drive. We're going to have a late whistle. That's a bailout call as he lost the handle. And foul's going to go against Cooper Goebel with 2.5 minutes to go in the third. Braves up 38, 72-34 in the third as
wholesale changes.
Some bench players in, and we may not see the starters the rest of the way. Slater will inbound, baseline far right. Not to tuning, Jacob Preston thought it was. Corrigan will take a three. Bank almost rimmed that one in. It slips out and rebound to Billy Harris. He'll bring it up himself. Graves with the basketball. Vidmantis for three. That's good. 75-34, and the Braves are putting on a shooting clinic tonight. 2:09 left, still in the third. Corrigan left baseline corner for the Tigers. Preston. Slater, left side on top, gets a screen from Raver. Drives around right side all the way to the basket. Oh, beautiful move that time by Kyle Slater. Flipped it up and in from his hip on the beautiful reverse. 75-36. Bodine, Vidmantis, Billy Harris right baseline. Inside to Voss, back out to Vidmantis, thought about another three, drives inside. All a little bit too hot for Bodine, but able to regather. Peterson inside to Billy Harris, left of the key. Flips it out to Vidmantis for another three. That's a little bit long rebound though. Still loose, and Billy Harris on the floor saves it to Bodine. Right wing to Vidmantis, won't take the three. Pass tipped, but gets it to Bodine. I'm gonna get a bump foul on Luke Brewer.
Yeah, Vidmantis didn't take the three that time, but he took a long look at it. He had enough time to study it. That's how open he was, and he decided, nope, I'm going to give it up to my teammate.
Thanks outscoring the Tigers 28-12 in the third. Bodine to Peterson, back to Bodine, left wing three, it's good!
Oh, ring it up.
78-36, Braves in control. This game well in hand with a 42-point lead late in the third.
That's the kind of three that makes rain fall.
Back the other way, 2 points for Kyle Slater, 78-38, 40-point lead for the Braves. Back the other way quickly. Peterson pulls up to Vidmantis. Back to Peterson, right wing, under a minute for the third. Bodine holds. Might be the final possession of the quarter. Vidmantis. Peterson, right wing, inside to Grayson Voss. Slips through, hit, and foul on the floor, but a little slow to get up is Tiger Ryman.
Yeah, he was going for the block on that time, and he just kind of did the little Olay, and he went on the court, but got a piece of Voss on his way down.
Grayson Voss at the line to shoot two. Season high point total for the Braves is 81. They're at 78 with 38 seconds to go in the third. First free throw too hard off to the left, no good. In for the Tigers, number 15, Dylan Corrigan will replace Tiger Ryman.
I knew a Corrigan when I covered Horizon Christian, but talking with Sam down here, Sam Schipperdecker, the scorer, neither of us think it's relation.
Second free throw, Grayson Voss is in the books. Now, well, he was in the books before in the first half. He's now got three. 79-38. Back the other way, Tigers have apparently lost the ball out of bounds. Thought it was blocked, but Braves with a 41-point lead, 79-38. We're going to see a running clock in the fourth quarter. Peterson in the backcourt against Slater. Brings it across, gives it to Bodine. Cross-court pass to Billy Harris. Drives free throw line, gives it to Vidmantis. Drives all the way to the basket. And we're going to have an offensive foul on Nick Vidmantis.
Yeah, that was a good job by Corrigan that time to stand his ground and just stay solid in his position. And Vidmantis kind of went right into him.
79-38, Slater right side in the front court, gets a screen from Raver. Corrigan drives baseline, or Brewer. Three from Jacob Preston is good, 15 all from behind the three-point arc. And that will cut into the Braves' lead a little bit as we head to the fourth, but after three quarters, this game well in hand. Banks will improve to 9-3. It's Banks 79, Yamhill-Carlton Tigers 41. We'll take a 30-second break and be back after this from the Oregon Army National Guard.
The Army National Guard plays a vital role in your community. We're on the front lines supporting essential personnel, first responders, law enforcement, and medical professionals, delivering food, supplies, and medicine, keeping communities safe, making a difference. During emergencies, we're always ready, always there. Learn more about part-time service in the Army National Guard at nationalguard.com.
Sponsored by the Oregon Army National Guard, aired by the Oregon Association of Broadcasters and this station.
And we're back, start of the fourth quarter, 79-41 Braves. Bench has been in since about the 1 minute mark of the third quarter. Expect to see them the rest of the way.
Well, if you're looking for a season high in point total for just the regular portion of the game, the regulation time, Banks definitely has a season high in points. That 81 points was scored in an overtime game. So for regulation, we know that it is a season high in points.
Tigers with the basketball to start the fourth. Slater to Corrigan, left side. Preston right wing with 5 threes. Brewer on top, drives against Bodine, kicks it out. Jumper right side of the free throw line, no. As McGahee misses right at the key, but we're going to get a foul on Grayson Boss that will send McGahee to the line to shoot 2.
Third foul on Grayson Boss.
First free throw is good. Second free throw rims around and hangs and falls off the rim. 79-42. Jonathan Banks had 32 points in that third quarter. Peterson,
yep.
Right wing to Bodine.
32-12.
Peterson on top, gives to Vidmantis. Bodine, right side. Inside to Grayson Voss, spins, left, comes back right, back out to Billy Harris. Drives right baseline. Carl Carlson will check in next whistle. Billy Harris, right baseline. Little 3-man game, right side of the 3-point arc, inside to Grayson Voss. No, and ripped away by Caden Raver.
It's a great effort by Grayson Voss that time to try and tie him up on the rebound, but didn't get the jump ball called.
Tigers back the other way. McGahee loses it to Billy Harris into the front court. Harris, not a ball handler, gets it to Peterson. Drives through the key. Floater too hard, gets his own board though. Tries to go back up, gets it to Grayson Voss. Lays it up and in, and that ties the season high of 81.
Great positioning by Grayson Voss right there. Put him in a great spot to score that.
And back the other way, Brewer throws one up at the rim right side, but another loose ball foul on the Braves.
But again, that previous 81 points was in an extra session, so that for regulation, they're obliterating their old season high now.
First free throw for Luke Brewer is no good. Carl Carlson into the game for the Braves as they now even start to get some third unit players in. One hand free throw this time is good off the front of the rim. 81-43, 6:35 left. Bodine tries right wing, fadeaway jumper just inside the free throw line. No, too hard off to the right. Tigers back the other way.
Corrigan thought about a deep three there, but thought better of it.
Brewer to Caden Raver. McGahee drives, baseline jumper left side, no good. Rebound to Carlson. Bumped in the backcourt, no foul. Ahead to Peterson. Right wing three is a little too hard. Rebound loose, and it's controlled by McGahee for the Tigers. The other way, left corner, Preston won't take the three. Drives inside, caught the ball on his hip, and going to get a blocking foul. It was either going to be a foul or a travel, and again, that's on Grayson Voss. 6th team foul for the Braves. Next one will put the Tigers in the bonus. McGahee will inbound out to Corrigan for three, won't take it. Preston will, left corner, and that's an air ball.
That's the first 3-point miss of the game by Preston.
Rebound brought up by Peterson for the Braves.
Thanks student section letting him know about it too.
Vidmantis to Carlson. Corner, left baseline to Bodine. Peterson holds, left side top of the circle. Beautiful backdoor pass inside to Bodine. Comes up short, but he'll head to the line to shoot 2.
That's $1 million pass and a 10-cent finish.
Now they stop the clock as he shoots free throws with a running clock. First free throw is good.
Well, it's on a stop clock, so that's the official stop the clock.
Right, but it's supposed to be 30-point running, 30-point Running clock, 30 points in the fourth. Second free throw, too hard off the back rim, 82-44. 5 minutes left into the game for the Tigers. James Brewer for the first time. He'll run the point. Double teamed and gets it to Brewer, Luke Brewer. Stolen by Corrigan. Ahead the other way, lays it up and in. 84-44. All that's pretty much left to be determined now is whether the Braves will hit the century point. And we have a steal nearly by Grayson Voss, but he stepped on the sideline as he got into the front court and near the student section with 4:27 to go and clock moving. Tigers with the basketball following the turnover. Ryman. Brewer left side against Bodine. Can't break him down, gives it to Raver. On top against Carlson, fakes left, goes back right to Ryman, nearly collided with James Brewer. Jumper from Ryman is an air ball out of bounds. Oh, they're going to say it was tipped. And it will stay with the Tigers. In for the Braves now, number 40.
Logan Kind.
Saw him a little bit in the win against Malala. Pass is tipped into the backcourt, and Grayson Voss able to come away with the steal. Beautiful effort defensively.
Great hustle by Voss that time.
Peterson finds Kind, wide open right wing, drives inside and will take it. Peterson will for three. That's an air ball, and it is loose on the floor. We're going to have a jump ball, or we should. Oh, we have a timeout called, I think, by the Tigers, trying to hold the possession. Full timeout called by the Tigers, 3:12 to go. Banks 84, Yamhill-Carlton 44. We'll see if the Braves can hit the century mark when we return in 30 seconds.
Thinking about updating your kitchen or bath? James Bond Remodeling has over 20 years experience fabricating and installing stone countertops and can upgrade your home with the countertops of your dreams without the dreamy price tag. They pride themselves on quality and customer satisfaction. They offer stone countertop fabrication and installation and cabinet installation services. They'll do their best to beat any bid by 10%. Based locally in Washington County, they'll do jobs in most Portland metro locations. Call 503-753-9993 or email jasonbondremodeling@gmail.com. Jason Bond Remodeling, Oregon CCV number 227733.
And we're back after the Tigers call a 30-second timeout to keep the possession on a loose ball. 3:12 to go in the game. Banks a 40-point lead. Tigers will drop to 5-9, matching the record of their counterpart on the girls' side after, well, actually, I think Yamhill-Carlton girls are 4-9 after the loss last night.
4-9, yep.
Banks will improve to 9-3 with a chance to hit 10 wins before league play starts, with 2 more games left before next Wednesday when they host Astoria. James Brewer run the offense for the Tigers with 3 minutes left and a 40-point deficit. Luke Brewer gets it to Caden Raver, on top to Corrigan. Ball loose, knocked away, and a loose ball foul on Grayson Voss.
James Brewer kind of has that little Steve Nash thing going with the black headband and the long locks blowing underneath. It's almost like kind of like a mullet kind of a deal.
And
but little Steve Nash.
Grayson Voss has fouled out with the clock moving nearing 2.5 minutes to go. Up off the bench will be Vid Mantis.
Corrigan looking for his first points of the day.
Free throw too hard, no good.
Still
Rebound
looking.
Ian Bodine. Ooh, a little bit too high through the hands of Peterson, and it's going to go out of bounds back to the Tigers.
Well, the quest for 100 today probably slipping through with the running clock.
Brewer, out on top, right side against Bodine. Now brings it over to the wing, gets it to Corrigan. James Brewer, free throw line, head fake can't go up. Caden Raver, top of the circle, right side to Corrigan. Jumper right side is no good from Luke Brewer, the dark-haired of the two Brewer boys.
Nice rebound by Carlson, but then he had it poked away.
Carlson had it poked away and then tried to get it back in front of his own bench, and it's going to go back to the Tigers with under 90 seconds left. James Brewer to Luke Brewer.
Got to credit the Tigers. They're not hanging their heads. They're still coming out and looking to pounce, even down 40.
James Brewer, free throw line. Peterson, I think, got away with the reach. And bad pass, tried to go back door to number 11, Braden Martin, in for the first time, and a little bit too far out of bounds.
Yeah, Martin kind of slammed into the wall over there. Even though it's padded, I think it kind of stung his elbow a little bit. He came up rubbing his elbow.
Peterson front court to Bodine, right wing. Peterson top of the circle. Spin move in the key to Logan Kind. Finds cutting. Carl Carlson for the layup, 86-44, likely to be your final.
4 points now for Carlson.
35 seconds left. Luke Brewer will hold. Right wing to Corrigan. To Luke Brewer. Drives right of the key and nearly stolen, and it is stolen. Peterson, behind the back pass, tipped high into the air and controlled by Carlson, and the Braves are just going to run out the clock.
Well, they're trying to run out the clock. Yamhill-Carlton was putting on the defense, and Carl was like, hey, I'm just trying to run out the clock, man.
Final score, Banks 86, Yamhill-Carlton 44. Logan Kind not going to make the Braves bench very happy. Braves bench very happy as he's getting an earful from Coach Pat.
Yeah, that's how you get into the coach's doghouse.
Don't want to show up the other team late. Logan kind of don't want it to get in the books, but Pat still not very happy with that decision from Logan Kind. But the Braves do nearly get to 90 points. 89-44 is your final after that. Logan Kind left baseline corner three at the horn. We'll take a 1 minute break and come back and wrap things up and say goodnight and get ready for most likely our next broadcast, which will come at the start of league play Wednesday the 19th against Astoria. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Jim's Market in Banks is an institution serving the community for generations. They're actively involved in events and athletics from the youth league to high school level. Let them serve you with their locally grown fresh produce, fresh bakery items, including custom cakes, and quick hot food from their in-store deli. Jim's Market, conveniently located at the south entrance to Banks.
Thinking about buying or selling a home? Sarah Hesselman, Realtor with Keller Williams Realty, will help you with your real estate needs. Call 503-313-0748 or email Sarah at sarahhesselman.com. Serving your community daily and proud to support the starting lineup of your bank's Braves. Sarah Hesselman, Realtor with Keller Williams Realty. Call 503-313-0748.
And we're back. Banks defeats the Yamhill-Carlton Tigers by a score of 89-44, sweeping the Tigers this year after the girls won yesterday handily over Yamhill-Carlton. Lady Braves are at Gladstone tonight, taking on the now number 2 Lady Tigers, hoping for the big upset. Banks had a 31-22 lead in the first quarter and looked like we might be on track to see 100 points. Things slowed down a little bit in the second quarter, still had a 47-29 lead at halftime. Had 32 points in the third quarter, outscoring the Tigers 32-12 to go up 38 after 3, and outscoring the Tigers 10-3 in the second quarter with the 3-point field goal from the left baseline corner from Logan Kind as time expired. And Jonathan, are we ready for individual scoring and our hero of the game?
Not quite yet.
Okay. Try to get you a look at other finals from other parts of the state tonight. We gave you most of the 4A finals earlier. 3A boys basketball. Two finals outside of the area. Douglas of Winston over Lapine 55-48. Cresswell over Taft on the road in Lincoln City 62-35. Lewis and Clark League action tonight. Horizon Christian of Tualatin is at Oregon Episcopal. Portland Adventist of Northeast Portland is at Riverdale, and one game canceled, Catlin Gable at Westside Christian. 2A scores tonight. One final, Sheridan over Delphian 60-30. Kennedy over Central Lynn 71-30. In one non-league contest, Manor Christian of Tigard had a game canceled against 1A North Clackamas Christian. 1A scores one final, Eddyville over Mapleton 65-39. Also a couple others, North Lake, Paisley over Prospect 56-34. Jonathan Lee is ready with individual scoring, and our Oregon Army National Guard hero of the game.
Well, the leading scorer of the game ended up being Cooper Goebel. What a bounce back after the last couple of games of shooting woes. Last game, he kind of got it going again, got back in double figures, but tonight 23 points, a game-high 23 for Cooper Goebel. But, you know, you got to really give some points to Ben Mayo, who also was stroking it tonight, feeling it right from the jump, scoring the first three of the night. And wound up with 20 points. Second leading scorer in the game, second leading scorer for the Braves. But a guy who also was stroking it was Zach Preston for Yamhill-Carlton, leading the way with 15. Slater also with 12 points. Without those two guys, Yamhill-Carlton would be in a world of hurt on the scoreboard tonight. But Banks Braves also getting 11 points from Charlie White as well, doing great work inside. Ian Bodine, 9 points. So you look at the bigs. I said that was a key coming in, might be a key coming in tonight. Well, Charlie White scoring 11 points, Michael Perrine with 4, and Ian Bodine with 9. So you get those three guys, those three bigs, scoring, going for a total of 24 points right there. 24 points from your bigs, and you're getting shooting like that from your playmakers and Ben Mayo and Cooper Goebel. That's the reason why this game was such out of hand right there. Just a complete game effort. But Oregon Army National Guard, hero of the game. Cooper Goebel, I guess, at 23 points. I mean, you got to say that Ben Mayo deserves some consideration there as well. Really stroking it.
The first half he had was on fire, but I think with the week that Cooper's had and the tough shooting he had the last couple of games against North Marion and Malala, I think he deserves it after the tough shooting week earlier.
Yeah, great bounce back for Cooper tonight. It's just a great lesson for all young basketball players out there. Even if you have a game where you're struggling to score, just keep going. It's going to come. Just relax. Don't try to bring it upon yourself, and it's going to come. And that's what we saw tonight with Cooper.
Two more non-league games one more non-league game left for the Braves as they travel to Hood River Valley on Tuesday, and then league play starts a week from Wednesday here at home on the 19th against Astoria. Looking forward to what should be very entertaining Coapa League boys basketball season. Normally 3 teams battle for state playoffs every year out of the Coapa League: Banks, Seaside, and Valley Catholic. Valley Catholic having a very down year this year. New head coach Patrick Chapman, and have had some issues with their athletic department this season, but also had some struggles on the football field. But we do expect them to be back for league play. Coapa League, usually one of the toughest in 4A when it comes to state playoff time, but definitely expect Banks and Seaside to be there. I'm really looking forward to those Banks-Seaside matchups.
Yeah, Seaside, one of the top teams in the state in 4A right now. I think they were coming in at number 2 or number 3 for boys. They're right behind Junction City, who is number 1 or has been around the top spot for boys. So it's a tight race right now. A lot of good teams around the state, and particularly in this Coapa League. And Seaside, right now, I would have to say Seaside and Banks, the team to beat. They got to be forerunners. So yeah, like you said, the matchup to watch coming up would be Seaside and Banks. And for the girls' side, the big matchup is going to be that league opener, Astoria and Banks, because I think it's going to come down to the winner of that matchup that's going to win the Coapa for the girls. And the girls, of course, they're going to be at Gladstone. We're going to wrap up quickly so we can take a look at that game. But they're playing at 7 o'clock tonight at Gladstone. So that's a huge game. Gladstone 7-0. Looking for the girls to kind of put together. If they can win tonight, it'll be their 3rd straight win, first winning streak of the season, and then can give Gladstone their first loss. That would be great to see. So go Braves, go Lady Braves. And then they're going to play at Hood River Valley on Tuesday. And then they have a match at St. Helens next Wednesday before they open up league play on the 19th against Astoria right here.
So that'll do it for us. Again, our final score, Banks 89, Yamhill-Carlton 44. Your Oregon Army National Guard hero of the game is Cooper Goebel. Thanks for listening to tonight's contest and enjoy the rest of your weekend. We'll be back 1 week from Wednesday for the Coapa League opener as the Banks Braves host Astoria boys and girls doubleheader starting at 6 o'clock.
Boys at 6, girls at 7:30.
Thank you. I knew first game was at 6 o'clock. I couldn't remember who, but that'll do it for us for tonight. For Jonathan Lee, I'm Trevor Beard. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Good